How has your day-to-day life changed since the war started?
I don't think it changed all that much. I think that the period that was most affected by the war was right at the beginning in 2022, in February. It was very stressful, but I don't think my day-to-day life has changed all that much since. I don't think my day-to-day life has been affected. I'm not Ukrainian, so.
And how has your opinion of the Ukrainian people and the Ukrainian government changed since the war started?
Well, I think the government of Ukraine proved to be much more capable than anyone could have thought before the war, because for the period of, let's say, 3 months before the invasion, when most people thought that, yeah, Russia will invade sooner or later, everyone was like, yeah, I mean, Ukraine's just like done for. So I think it actually it's much more positive now than it was, and you know, their effort to stamp out corruption, which unfortunately is still quite high there, but I think Zelensky is doing his best when it comes to, you know, trying to manage the situation. I don't think my opinion of the Ukrainian people, I mean, the trajectory didn't change. I always had like a positive outlook on them, but I am very like, it's not even like a positive surprise. I'm just very much surprised at the like level of bravery that they've shown when it comes to this. You know, in the beginning of the war, in the first days, we saw a lot of refugees in Polish train stations and Polish cities. But we also saw a lot of young men going back to Ukraine to actually fight. So that was a very big shock. I remember back then I kind of wanted to, like, I tried to put myself in their situation. It was extremely difficult. I don't know how I would behave, so I have immense respect for them right now.
And how has your opinion of the Russian people and the Russian government changed from before the war compared to now?
Well, the trajectory didn't change either. It's just more negative even faster than it could have been before. I'm not a fan of, right now I'm not a fan of kind of discerning between Russian people and the Russian government, because I do like understand that they're, you know, this geopolitical situation and their political situation stems from all the way since the Soviet Union and the fall of the Soviet Union, the 90s, when Russia was in a big crisis. But they had numerous occasions to try and change their regime, or at least offer some sort of put up a fight against Putin. As an outside observer, I don't think they made that much of an effort, as, for example, the Ukrainians did in 2013, 14, I believe it was, or even before that. I don't want to say that a single Russian or something is a bad person, but I think that as a society they have a lot of things to actually work through so that they could be viewed in a positive light. And when it comes to the government, well, I think they should be tried as war criminals, simply.
Yeah, for sure. And are you afraid of the possibility of an invasion of Poland through Belarus or any other means?
No, I'm not, because we are a NATO member state. So no, I don't think so. If there would be NATO member states who could actually be invaded by Russia, I would think it's the Baltic states more than Poland. I think that scenario is so improbable that I don't really give it much thought. It's a scary thought, but I don't think so.
And do you reckon? How do you reckon that countries bordering Ukraine, such as Poland or Slovakia, have been affected differently by the war compared to the countries far from it, like England or America or France?
Well, I think there's a couple of aspects we have to look at. First one is the immense number of refugees. I think Poland took in the biggest amount of Ukrainian refugees as of right now. Yeah. I'm not sure about percent-wise, but like if you look at the bigger cities, most Ukrainians, of course, because of work, went to the bigger cities in Poland. Warsaw, where I'm from, Kraków, Gdańsk, Poznań, Wrocław. We have a housing crisis, which has been exacerbated by this because, of course, these people have to live somewhere. Our health services are not in a good place right now. We have very poor health services in Poland, and I think in much of the region of Central Eastern Europe, if you compare it to that of Germany or Scandinavia or France or even Italy, we are at a much lower level, and that has been under significant strain because of the amount of people. Another big problem was what to do with the amount of Ukrainian children which came to Poland in regards to their schooling, because Polish people don't usually speak Ukrainian. But these children, of course, should attend school, at least of course, when they're in Poland, they should still continue their education. And that was a very big question for the government. How should we do that? Because they don't speak Polish, so they're not going to get anything from that education. So this, I think it may be comparable to what I've described in Poland could be comparable to the situation in other countries in this region. But it's also a broader picture, because if you look at countries that were neutral for the past 100 years or even more when it comes to Sweden, right? You are becoming a NATO member, I think, in autumn, like in November. Finland already is a NATO member. So for the entire region, this has had absolutely this brought colossal changes. So, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.